What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is. Hold on, let me see. Do you really know what time it is? Because we know what time it is. It's Wind Down Wednesday time. It
Yes.
don't get no better than Wednesdays as far as we are concerned. I mean, to be honest, we love Wednesdays. So,
Yeah.
welcome, people, to Wind Down Wednesdays. Y'all know who I am. I really don't need an introduction, but just in case. I'm Sandy, and I am sitting here with y'all know my sister, just like love her. She's like joint at the hips.
Love you back, sis. It's
What's
Shanice. Y'all
up?
know what time it is. Y'all know what we do every single Wednesday. We are here. It's going down. It's the middle of the week. Who day for show?
Hey,
Okay.
we ain't starting the who day thing yet, okay? Can we wait
Thank-
a minute? But
Thanks for tuning in,
AJ,
AJ.
what's up, AJ? Yeah. So how you been, sis?
Oh, good. Sleepy as I don't know what, but you know, can't complain. What make no difference? You know what I mean? So.
No, you can talk to somebody about it, but let's not call it a complaint. But you can talk to
Mhm.
somebody about it. Somebody will listen, I'm sure. Baby
Just
daddy,
sleepy. You
baby
know,
daddy, Paw, somebody will listen.
right. Just moving and grooving, getting through the week. They say supposed to get some weather, so
I
we'll see.
know.
We shall see about that.
Yep.
But other than that, everybody's been healthy over here, so we count down to Super Bowl.
Yes, count it down, count it down. You
How about
mentioned
you?
weather. I was in Kroger's yesterday, and it was like I would have thought, the storm was already here. I'm asking the people in the store. I was like, "Are y'all open tomorrow?" Because I can come back tomorrow. Because
Right
today is not the day, obviously, to be in Kroger's because the lines was all the way back and
in the owls, I
way
heard.
back, and it's like, this is ridiculous. So my thing is, it's like, are we prepared for what's coming? And the next question is it really coming? But
Right,
you
and you
know,
gotta stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. So and I only went in there for like a couple items. Well, I actually went in there for some bread because I didn't have no bread.
And
Um,
you went shopping, then.
no, I bought the bread and I got out of there. The thing about it is because since I retired, I have become more domesticated with cooking.
All right now.
I needed the bread so I could make some salmon croquettes. What? You better ask somebody. So
All right then.
we doing what it do. So in the meantime, how has your week been?
It's been moving fast actually. So I'm always excited when it's Wednesday because we winding down. We winding down to the weekend.
Yes,
So
you are.
we don't get that many days left. So I'm
No,
excited
we
about
don't.
that.
And
How about you? What you been up to this week?
great. I sat and watched the game pretty much by myself Sunday since everybody wanted to talk about some who day. Um, I sat and watched the game on Sunday by myself because I really didn't want to be bothered with a whole lot of people, jumping up and down and doing all of that. So I really stayed home, watched the game, was totally shocked and surprised because we had been talking about it prior to that if they do go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to California. I'm going to be in California. The Bengals make the Super Bowl.
Your post was so hilarious.
Let
I'm
me tell you.
like, okay, Alabama fan.
Hey, I guess I ain't gonna make it to California. I'm trying to get out there to kill two birds with one stone to see family and to hang out at tailgating. Because I'm not putting my house on the market for no darn bingo ticket. I ain't like that. That ain't me.
Yeah, that's insane. It's
No.
insane.
So we jumped on them tickets real quick, bought them tickets, and we in the house on Sunday.
February,
Be out
yeah,
there, with all the
February
other
15th.
fans and
Yeah,
doing all that other stuff. But my week has been great. It's been outstanding. I've been having a wonderful time, and life is good. God is good. It's all good. And
for
then when
sure.
you mention gear, I don't have one piece of Bengals attire. Not one.
Yeah, I
All
thought that
these
was.
years, I don't own nothing that says Cincinnati Bengals.
I ain't shocked. I ain't shocked. But you be putting it together. You wear your orange, you wear your black, you wear the colors.
Baby. Because let me
So,
tell you, since we're talking about the gear, and since we're talking about the colors, and since
yeah,
we're talking about what people wear, tonight we have some people that's going to be on the show talking about what they're doing, being entrepreneurs. And not only that, we're talking about Black men. Okay, you got
yeah.
a shirt I can have. We need to meet up. Let me tell you something. We need to meet up, AJ. Hit me up. Inbox me. Hit me up. I'll meet you on
She
Friday.
needed. She needed.
Hey, right my size. That's what I'm talking about. My size. But let me tell y'all this right now though. My guy that we about to pull in the screen is almost, he might as well be one of, I call them all my kids. You know, I got so many children around
No
here.
wrong with it.
You know,
Yeah.
I got so many kids, but we talking about gear. I ain't never got to worry about stepping out, not looking and not being on
No.
point. But not
Yeah.
only that, it's when you have black men that are being positive in the city of Cincinnati and in the community, we want to talk about it. We want to see where they came from, how they got started. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to all the deacons, missionaries, saints, and
And
friends,
friends.
y'all better welcome Mark D to the show. What's going on, Mark D?
Hey, welcome.
Thank y'all for having me. I had told my mama this morning, Mama, I finally made it. I'm on Mama Tuck show today.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you ladies doing?
Good, good.
Can't complain.
No
Well,
complaints. No complaints. Doing good.
Good news.
How
So yeah,
you
thank you.
been?
I'm good, man. I've been blessed, been busy. I think busy beats bored, so I'll take that any day of the week, man. Just trying to build my brand, take care of my family, and take care of the community. So pretty much a nonstop, 24-hour, 24/7 job, you know.
threefold. Yeah.
That's right. Because you gotta stay up all night in order to make the money for the next day.
Exactly. No rest for the weary, man. But I signed up for it, so I accept everything that come with it, and it's a journey. So it's fun to kind of figure it out and put the pieces together. But things have been going pretty solid for us.
Good, good, good. So with all that being said, tell the people about you. Tell the people about yourself. And we about to bring in another one. You know, hopefully he got it right now. But
We're good now.
before we get
There
into
he is.
all of this, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mark.
Okay, well, that's my brother, my blood brother, same mother, same father. That's my brother Mike Doris right there. I'm
All
Mark
right.
Doris, and our stories are very similar because we literally grew up in the same house. And I call him my little big brother because he wanted to be 6'4" and I got stuck at 6'2" and a half. But nonetheless, it's still good. And we had humble beginnings. Growing up together our whole life, we always talked about we did everything. Want to be superheroes together, from running around the house and climbing trees together, playing football together, basketball, the sports. And our father played at the University of Cincinnati. His name was Mark Doris Sr.
Okay.
He had passed away 11/27/1997. He had a massive heart attack playing the game of basketball.
Wow.
And he passed away was Thanksgiving Day. And that moment kind of was a sad moment for us, but it infused us tighter as a core, as a family. It's
Right.
me, my mother, my brother, and my sister. So we pretty much like an unbreakable bond, and we still ran towards the sport of basketball. I personally ended up going to. I played at Princeton High School. Was pretty good. Was a preseason McDonald All-American, all that cool jazz. And then I ended up going to Marshall University, hence where I got my nice green on today.
I see.
And
I see.
see me
Represent.
shining.
Represent.
See me shining. Yeah, so I went there, and then after playing in Conference USA and at Marshall, I ended up going overseas for what that was 11, 12 years. I came home at the drop of the pandemic, and I came home and we started a brand called Hoop Nerds, as you see here, and it's really a nice brand. I mean, I personally love it. It's nice. It feels good on the skin. And one of the main reasons is Hoop Nerds. It's being a student of the game. And at the end of the day, people put a bad connotation on the athlete as being a dumb jock and all this and all that. But I personally believe everybody has genius. But what your genius is what you decide to study. So
Right.
they may have studied history, science, and math. I studied basketball. I can tell you who created the game, Dr. Naismith. I can tell you what year it started, so I can tell you the true economical basketball historical energy that goes behind it, and just kind of changing the narrative of what the athlete is, and to go deeper too. I always want to be able to give characterism to younger kids. So we got our cool character here, which is a young black guy, but we call him Lil J. And let me see if I got my young lady. We have our female character here. If you can see her.
Yes,
Little
yes,
cutie.
Girl.
you do.
That's Zoe. That's Zoe. So we have our characterism, and we want people to definitely our black community to see ourselves on clothing and doing things positive and smiling and being happy. Because I believe the first step to moving the culture forward is dealing with the mental part of it and actually having some self-worth. So if I see myself as somebody, it's hard for me to harm somebody that looks like me. So that's something that we focus on. And then my brother, I'm gonna throw him an alley-oop. Oh, before I go there, we've been working on our nonprofit organization called the Leave Your Mark Foundation, which was dedicated to our father who passed away.
Okay.
And that's dedicated to helping children that lost a parent and our parents to death or incarceration, which is a big thing inside of our community. And with that being said, I'm gonna throw it behind the back pass to my brother Mike D with Four Snaps Productions.
Got you. All right. So what's going on? Sorry about the troubles earlier, man.
That's all right.
Yeah. So currently, like my brother was saying, we got the Hoop Nerds as well as the Leave Your Mark Foundation. The Four Snaps started, I want to say, in 2017. Idea sort of came around the time I stopped playing basketball for myself. My brother was still overseas. I started to think about something that I can do that would sort of help boost everything we could do that we wanted to do. And this was sort of that lane, but no, it wasn't sort of, this is that lane. So what Four Snaps Productions is, it helps boost startup businesses, helps with promotions, marketing, anything, imaging, graphic wise, logos, anything you need. I had a background in radio, and one of the best pieces of information I ever received was some guy named Mitch, and he told me that everything is marketing. So we have a bigger vision for what Four Snaps is going to be. As you know, we just got the studio and everything as well. So down at the studio, really the space that we're creating, like that I'm really focused on, is a place of positive energy and a place of teamwork. So anybody coming down, want you to be able to I was down there at like midnight. Every night I have different photographers from the city coming down working on their craft. But it's that kind of space that I want it to be for a place for people to really grow together and build together. And Four Snaps, background of Four Snaps, also the idealism of the name is like, say we're having this conversation now, I'm in a coffee shop so they can hear me. So like
Right.
they have an idea of what I'm talking about. You guys have your vision of what we're talking about. Then collectively we have a vision, but the fourth snap and the fourth perspective of everything is the actuality of the situation. So it's a thing about perspective in life, and it really focused towards the inner city and helping give kids a different perspective on life and showing them things outside of their neighborhood. So that's really like one of the main focuses of the Four Snaps.
Got it. So what school did you go to? What high school did you go to and graduate from? Did you go to college? You know, because your brother told his whole life story.
He did.
About,
I started in 85.
Being the man. You know, he pretty much saying he is that man. You know
That's how I feel about it.
Dude, I feel it, man. We them brothers, so like we got a lot going on, and it's really, we came through a lot. We've been through a lot together individually, and it's really nothing gonna stop us at this point. So I was 90. I went to Princeton for 3 years. I went to Lockland my senior year. Graduated from YouTube University. I didn't have the university overall, so like I'm more so took the self-taught route. Even with that, it was my concept with even doing that was to show people that college isn't necessary, that you can do it. It might be harder. You have a lot, like the battle's gonna be harder. You're gonna have your down times, but it's possible. A lot of us don't have the opportunity or the force. I don't want to say force. Like you don't have the opportunity or the gift to go to college. So you shouldn't feel like that should hinder you in your life. So. Yeah.
So you don't have any regrets not going to college?
No, I'm gonna say full time I haven't. It's been times in my life that I'm like, damn, I should have just finished school, stuck it out. But right now, where I'm in my life, all my hardships and my everything, like it's worth it. And I have a quote I always say, blessings to lessons. So I mean, lessons to blessing. So I went through my lessons, I went through all my hard times, and they built me to be able to manage and take care of the studio the way I am now, because I didn't do those things. I had to learn on the road. So everything pays off at the end.
Yeah, because I think now it's, they're teaching, the unfortunate piece is that they're teaching our young Black males and females that they should go to college. They feel like, they force them to go to college when they don't necessarily have to go to college. Like you said, you can learn a lot of things by not going to college. I'm not saying that college is not good for you and that you shouldn't go, but college ain't for every kid and college is not for everybody. And you can learn a trade and not even having to go to college. So it's,
and college is college is a bill that never ends. I think I don't even know how Sally Mae got my number. I had a scholarship, but I still owe her money. We're trying to figure this out now.
My bad, bro. I gave it to it.
You gave me my
I was
number.
just like,
See, that's what family do. They always, they put you out there like,
there you go.
You know,
always putting you out there. Count on a family member to do you wrong.
And be
So,
your own people.
Yeah,
for sure.
young people. So now you talked about the quality of your clothes. I can vouch for the quality of the clothing line that you have, because I have several of your pieces, and I posted on social media that I don't own anything with Cincinnati Bengals, but I do own Hoop Nerds.
Black and orange
That
hoop
just
nerds.
happen to be orange and black,
And from Cincinnati. So you
and
know
from
that
Cincinnati.
that works.
So when I go to California, I get the opportunity to advertise in the state of California Hoop Nerds, because I'm, they're gonna see Hoop Nerds all on me. If I got the all black, I'm gonna put an orange or something on underneath it. I got the orange and black. I mean, so I would be repping.
Well represented. And we
Nerds
will be out there as well in California.
I say, yeah, we gotta link
We'll
up.
be in the building, so we all
Okay,
all be out there.
definitely got to hook up.
I'm
Are
major for
you
the
bringing
city.
any merchandise?
That for sure. I'm bringing some merchandise. I have some pretty solid relationships out in California just from traveling, playing. My college teammate, one of my best friends, he stays there. He's really good friends with Ray Lewis. They played for the Ravens, so
That was
we
my
run around
guy.
in a few circles and just enjoying California and hopefully some warmer weather. So,
Yeah.
Right.
that's
So
the
we
goal.
definitely have to link up. We definitely got to hook up, but I will be representing. Shanice has seen me in the breast cancer awareness. I got the pink and white one.
Yep.
I wore I'm probably, if Courtney doesn't take it, I'm gonna wear the orange and white one out there too. So I will be well representing Hoop Nerds out in California.
And we over appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Because my thing is with what I was telling somebody else earlier today is that your products are just not, if you wash them, they're not going to fall apart. So
that was the goal. I'm a quality over quantity guy any day. So and that's how we try to build everything that we do with a sense of integrity to it. My mom always tells us if you're gonna do it, you ain't gonna do it right, and just don't do it at all. So we
Right.
live by that motto. So we don't even try it if we ain't gonna try our best. So but it's a journey. Like it's fun because it's like it's a puzzle. It's a lot different than shooting jump shots every day. So we got to figure it out. Quality control. It's a lot of small things that go into it, but nonetheless, it's just like we just want to put a good product out there that represents us, that represents the hooper, represents anybody that's been balling their whole life. So we're just trying to look out for people and for anybody that's a student of the game of life. That's what we feel like our brand is for. So
how difficult was it for you all to start this? And I know you came up with, why did you just, because there could have been, you could have done a whole lot of other things in life. Why did you want to go
take that one.
This?
I know you mean as far as everything together, the fashion alone.
Everything together, because y'all do a lot. I think you just touched on a little bit about what you guys, I don't think people really know what you all do, but tell them what you do and why you decided to get into it. Why did you want to do it? Because you could have been doing something else, I'm sure.
Yeah. I could speak for, I guess this is following to Mark Lane a little bit as well. Just growing up, we have a family of entrepreneurs. Like my grandpa had a corner store down over in North Fairmount. For like
Jesse's
years.
Market.
He had Jesse's Market, the first black-owned store in Cincinnati. So like a little history there. So like even with that, and growing up in that environment, it's hard to take that and go to a 9-to-5. Definitely with the value of time and life and building somebody else's dream. Yeah. So like for me, it's always been a thing about freedom and legacy, and like a lot of Tucker, what's up? So, a lot of things. Like it's been a very hard journey, but it's worth it because a lot of the time I tell everybody, if you really want to know yourself and learn yourself, become an entrepreneur because it's really self-growth. It comes like it's going to take times where anytime you hit a hiccup, it's like you got to really sit back and reflect on yourself and see what's stopping you from getting to that level. So it really helps you become a better person, better man, better woman. It helps you become a better overall person with even interacting with people. Because your business is, at the end of the day, it's a reflection of you. So if I'm out acting crazy, they're gonna look at my business.
Absolutely.
So you have to
That's the
learn to
first thing
operate
they will look
accordingly.
at.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
say
they gonna look
it
at
all
his
the
family
time.
as crazy. Don't
Correct.
look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But I say that all the time. I tell Courtney that too. You know, you got to be careful when you're out there because you are the brand that you are promoting. You are your brand.
Sure.
And if you're out there doing, you know, crazy stuff, it's like, well, why would I want this person to do anything for me? Or why would I want to go and support them in any kind of way? With that being said, do you find how much support are you all really getting like from like your neighborhood or let's say black folks, period? Because
I
you know,
think it's building. It's
okay,
building. Our city in a general sentiment comes from a space a lot of times where everyone views each other as a form of competition. And I don't view it that way. I just view it at the end of the day, like it's enough money, it's enough resources for everyone to be successful in their own right.
For
And
sure.
I feel like it's more that we could do together than we can do apart. You know, and just because I make clothes and you make clothes doesn't mean I don't like you. It don't mean I don't like your clothes. And you know, I just feel like support is if you see it and you like it, buy it. If you see it and you don't like it, don't buy it. Like it's a very simple space. So and I feel like our city definitely and around my age and younger, a lot of the people follow trends. So once certain people get a hold of it and it starts to catch its own energy, then the sales become better. Because like when I first started, I mean, I gave out more clothes than I could count. Like I was just giving them away because I started out trying to sell them and I wasn't good at selling yet. And I'm like, come on, it looks nice. Like I like it, but like, all right, fine, just take it home. So you know, it was to that space, but now it has its own energy and people are rocking with it and everything is energy at the end of the day. And like my brother said, it's marketing because end of the day you got satin, you got cloth, you got silk. You know, Nike, Reebok, and Under Armour and Puma all have the same exact material. So what makes one material more sought after than other things? And that's just the marketing behind it and what it represents. And I think what our brand represents, it literally represents us. It represents our life. It represents the black culture. Like I think basketball, almost in particular, is like the first sport or the first thing that people love, like young
yes.
black men. So that's our first thing that we chase and that we truly love. So it's just a representation of the culture at one of the highest degrees, and it's like self-expression. So when people ask me about the brand, I never say it's ours. I never say it's mine. I say it's like literally, this is our brand. This is the brand that's for us. It's the brand for the people.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
We've been rocking with Hoop Nerds almost 4 or 5 years now, but it's like there's been like little jabs, and then I will back off. Like I ended up going back overseas to play ball for a while, and Mike was really building up for Snaps production. But we always had the idea that the two ends would finally meet. You know what I mean? We would connect, and then everything would be going well together. So we're in a pretty good position right now. We're just trying to get more content and really get into the space where we're doing actual more activities for the city. And like everything we do ties in. It'll tie in with the Leave Your Mark Foundation, and we're working on doing basketball programming on the weekends for kids, almost similar to how they have Golden Gloves, because a lot of kids go to Golden
Right.
Gloves to get away, but every kid don't want to get punched in the head. I don't want to get punched in the head
Right.
to get some
Mix it
seafood.
up.
Like
Right.
I'd rather shoot a jump shot. You know what I mean? So we're really
Right.
trying to integrate all of our businesses together and really be able to give back at a large amount to the city and really by our time and being positive black man in front of the youth and younger black men and young women how to carry themselves in certain situations throughout life.
Right. So do you guys have brand ambassadors, or are you guys looking for brand ambassadors?
We are
And
always
then
looking for
all
brand ambassadors.
Yeah, all that stuff is like with the studio coming together and stuff. Like that's sort of the next tier. So like it was sort of that whole building process. Like I said earlier, like things was been a struggle, but like it just having a venue and the actual location now. A lot of things are able to streamline. It's really just like I don't know how to explain. It's really just a blessing, like the location we have and everything. Cause it's really been like a big prayer for it to happen. So like this next year to come, the next 2 years, like you guys gonna see a lot of work and a lot of things happening. So definitely.
well, on Talk Radio, we don't mind talking about Jesus at all. You know what I'm saying? Everything for sure, definitely is a blessing. If you can tell the people how to reach you guys, or how to get some of your contact, how to look at some of your merchandise, your website, or your Instagram tags, you can get that to us right now.
So the cool fun thing, you can follow us on Instagram at Hoop Nerds, HOOPNERDZ. is at Hoop Nerds, and also on Facebook. And a cool fun fact, we had our website up and it was booming within those first 4 years. I was watching the segment on Master P, was one of my favorite entrepreneurs out there. He literally has touched everything or took a shot at it. So he was saying how he took his how his brand. So we took down the website and we've been literally out of the trunk. We made the brand a little bit harder to get. You had to know somebody, and it kind of created a different type of buzz behind it. And right now we're into the process, rocking with young Tucker over there, young Courtney.
Yes, sir.
We're in the current process right now, and she's putting us together one of the best websites we can get our hands on, getting us together, and hopefully we'll be going live on the internet with our website, hopefully here in the next 2 weeks, and that will be hoopnerdsofficial.com. So that will be coming out real soon, and you'll be able to get on there and get whatever.
All right.
Four Snaps Productions. We have the Four Snaps Productions on Instagram as well as Facebook. And I just made a Four Snap Studios page yesterday, so that's up now and running as well. So yeah.
So my thing too is that like when we out in California and you got your merchandise, you know, I know we're gonna go live somewhere, right? So we can
big live, not a little live, big live.
Where we at?
Yeah, we outside. That's where we're gonna be at. We're gonna be all the way outside.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that we let everybody know, and especially over the weekend, it's gonna be tons of people out there in California,
from everywhere.
Yeah,
Network Central.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I hope y'all got enough of that orange and black out there for the people, because you know I got some people out there.
I'm trying to rush order some black and orange jackets right now, man. I'm debating on what we're gonna sell them. I almost say I'm from the jungle. I don't know what we're gonna say on the back yet, but we're trying to rush order some things. I might even ship them to California.
You talking about that jacket you got on?
Be similar to this, but
I'm gonna need one. I'm gonna need one. I'm gonna take care of Mama Tuck now. Yeah, I'm gonna need one so I can. I don't know, I'm gonna need one. That's all.
Say less. I definitely hear you. Understand?
I got the rep. I reps my people. As a matter of fact, I got to go down and I got to support another. This is what we do, and this is what I do in Chinista. We support other Black entrepreneurs that are up and coming, that are new to the scene, by walking around with their gear on. I got to go downtown and buy, look who I ran into, sweatshirt so I can, wear it on the plane, so it's like,
that's dope. Yeah.
It's what we do, but I definitely try to do it for those, y'all, you support me, I support you, and y'all love Courtney to death. So it's like, no better way than to look out for my people than to be a
one hand wash the other.
Me and Court are cool. Let her know I said that. We cool.
Yeah, let her know.
Mike and Courtney have the funniest relationship. As soon as they see each other, they just start talking about each other. Like they funny
the whole time.
She probably watching. She's probably down there watching.
I'm sure she can hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we love what you ladies are doing too. So we want to take time to give you ladies your flowers as well at this current opportune time, and tell you guys to keep going. And you guys are definitely bridging the gap in the culture, because a lot of people they talk about support, but they don't truly support. So you can definitely learn something and take something from your cloth and apply that to our lives. Because we all literally help each other, is so much more for all of us to be able to be successful. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much resources, so many opportunities for all of us. But if we try to hoard them, then like, can I say a parable real quick? Can I just say this? This is one of my favorite lines. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. But if a candle chooses to burn by itself, once it burns out, it'll die out forever. But your life will live on if you light another candle. So you guys have been lighting another candle. Thank you.
We appreciate you, and thanks for that.
Thank you. We get a lot of feedback from somewhere, but
no, he in the coffee shop. They over there partying.
Put it on mute.
I'll be honest, I got caught up in my day, but also, so you go ahead. I'm bad.
No, I was gonna say, cut us in on the fun over there.
Come on, I got unlimited coffee for tonight. Come on up. Yeah, but I want to let you guys know too, like with the space we're building down at Four Snap Studios, like it's more than open to you guys. You guys want to come down there and shoot your podcast, like you're more than welcome. We got Wi-Fi coming in tomorrow. So you need to come shoot. We got the green screen, the white backdrop, and everything. So like we just want to open our hand. Like that's exactly what that space is going to be. It's a place to build business, a place to promote and help each other. So like, please, Four Snap Studios and Hoop Nerds, Leo Mark Foundation, like keep up for it. Like about to build along with Tuck Radio. So definitely more than welcome.
So are you going to use that space? You're going to open that space up and rent it out for individuals who want to come down there? I know you're a nonprofit organization and how you all operate. And I guess, you know, you will receive donations from individuals if they want to come down there. So the space that you guys have, are you going to be utilizing it like that? Or how are you going to utilize it?
Currently, so we have the Leader Mark Foundation, which is nonprofit. However, the rest of our businesses are for profit. So like right now, the front few office spaces we're going to rent out. However, the back where we have the actual studio and the print shop, those are going to be more so designated to the Four Snaps areas. So anybody coming in going to have inside the office space is going to have access to Four Snaps and printing for their clothing, as well as the circle of people that are coming in. So.
Because I was down there, a very nice place. I must say, I probably was one of the first ones to do a photo shoot. You know,
facts.
Accidentally, you know, doing a photo shoot. You know, because I would like to see my picture on the wall somewhere when you get just a little bit. You know, not nothing. You know, real major.
Not too much, but
I don't have to be Mona Lisa on the wall, but you know, just a little small little frame. You know, that'd be greatly appreciated. But you
we're
know,
gonna put you on the door as soon as you walk in.
Yes, I love it. It's a great location.
We do need a legendary wall down there, bro. Like
okay, that's what we do then. That's how we do it. You know, the space is great. I think the location is good because you can find it. It's easy accessible, and I like it. And when you guys do the grand opening, please make sure that we are part of that grand opening and we be right here live and in living color doing what we do on behalf of Tuck Radio and Hoop Nerds. Now I'm trying to figure out where the nerds come from. What are nerds?
I mean, the nerds part is just the actual study. Like everyone is a nerd for something, you know. Like you may have picked radio. You may be a radio nerd. Like he may be a photographer nerd. Like we all nerd out for something, and we just so happen to choose the game of basketball. So that's kind of where that idea came from because I literally studied the game. I remember being in high school and I didn't really read much of the curriculum they wanted me to read, but I read every Slam magazine from beginning to end, every Sports Illustrated magazine from beginning to end. Like I was really a hoop nerd. I was really a student of the game. So that whole idea came from that space of just really having genius in something else. Like we all have genius power, but what we choose to genius out about or nerd out about is that. And I chose basketball, and it's to tie in, you know, the athletic side and the academic side at the same time. So even then, like a lot of people don't know, and, you know, our culture comes to with single mothers and things of that nature. Like a lot of parents, and that's another big thing we want to do with Hoop Nerds. When we're working on getting the verbiage for every item sold, is letting them understand like what is the clearinghouse. Like I was growing up, my father was gone. I didn't know I had to pass or get a certain GPA and pass my SAT to this point to be able to go to college. I just to stop being good at basketball would be enough. So that's just you know, you're not stupid for anything that you don't know. You know what I mean? So to educate our people to know this so that their children, if they are good at a sport, that's what they want to do, they'll at least know the curriculum and the things they must accomplish if they want to go to college and, you know, play for a scholarship.
So with that being said, hey Wanda, what's up? Hey, we need you to get some gear.
Hey Wanda.
Got some gear for you and your baby at Hoop Nerds. So continue to listen because you and your baby need to be wearing some of this Hoop Nerds gear.
For sure.
So you just got through talking about the educational piece. Now have you all adopted, because you can't, the unfortunate piece of what you're doing, I think it's great and I think it's phenomenal. And you're right. Most people think that the only thing that you got to do is play sports and it'll get you where you need to go. You know, you ain't got to do nothing else. You had no clue about taking the test, filling out FAFSA, any of that stuff, you know, getting a grant, you know, just to go to school. But all you knew is that you wanted to go to college. You know, you wanted to play at the next level. You know, you wanted to do what you were doing. Now, have you guys adopted a school so you can help them with this, make them some ambassadors for you guys?
We've worked closely with Taft right now. I actually have on one of the Taft hoodies that we made last year.
Okay.
So we work closely with some of the Taft family. TA in the building. I'm a Princeton kid. We work with some of the Princeton guys, and then honestly, like who we are is who we've always been. It's just kind of like enhanced now, but we've always given back. Like any bit of knowledge that I gained about the journey and trying to get to another place, I've always given it back. But now I'm kind of formulating it and putting it into a more accessible space to get the knowledge about how to navigate this space. So yeah, we work closely with Taft. Some of the Woodward kids pretty heavy. And my goal really is to really take over the whole city when it comes to that basketball space. Like I want to be the one-stop shop for merchandise, education, basketball tournaments. Like we're getting ready to really indulge into that space, and we just really want to bring the city together and do like we don't call them events. Like we want to do dope experiences. Like we want to give you an experience that like changes your look, changes your vision on things, and give us those four perspectives of a different vision, something new. So that's our goal, and we've been. It's gonna be a big summer for everybody. Yeah. So I hope y'all ready to have some fun.
We bring y'all with Nerds experience.
Yeah, the Hoop Nerds experience.
Everything that falls in line with that, even with the schooling and programs and teaching the youth, that falls inside the 4Snaps program as well. So like we're gonna be teaching how to use the green screen, how to take proper photos, how to build your own media. That's like really a big thing. And I forgot to throw this statistic out a little earlier, but when we really got going with 4Snaps, remember one of the things I looked up was that us as a people own like less than 1% of our own media. However,
Black
people, we're the biggest. Yeah, like we're the biggest inspiration.
That's what we do. It's what we do.
We don't own our own image, so it's like this is really our way of taking control of ourselves and really pushing our image and our brand. And even though I was at the radio station, one of my biggest things that bothered me was I remember there was a shooting that happened at the club. We had a big meeting, and they said, "Don't speak about it to anybody. Don't text anybody." Like it was in our contract. So, but my thing is, us as being definitely on the radio and the history of the radio and hip hop music, we're the beacon for information and what's going on.
Right.
People want to outreach and say. They took that away from us. Like so the radio and stuff's really not built for us. From that to the music that's built or anything. And another big reason media was chose. I'm not really the biggest religious person. However, like the devil is the angel over music. You know what I mean? Entertainment.
Right.
So those are the things we go to sleep listening to shoot them up and do this, do that. And we're gonna wake up in that mentality. So everything we're doing as far as the media and marketing side is about promoting that self-worth and that positive vibe and energy. So like with a lot of our buildings and the space, and even if you come and work, intern, or do anything with us, you're not coming with the right energy, you got to hit the door. Ain't nothing personal. You can say hi on the way, but we got to keep everything positive. We're going to put positivity out. So,
Absolutely.
For sure. We always say positive in, positive out.
Positive in, positive out. That's how we operate around here. And you don't have to be a religious person. As long as you believe, that's good enough. Because, everybody ain't a religious individual. But as long as they believe and they know, you can't do this out by yourself. You got to get some help coming from somewhere, So
best place to grab it.
a religious person in order to believe. But on that note, and with all of that other stuff being said, I think too is that what about churches? You just brought up the religious piece because that was on my brain too. Have you all, because a lot of churches they want to brand themselves. So why not bring in a church that has like maybe a youth choir or a youth association, something involving youth, where because a lot of these churches, a couple of churches I think too, have basketball teams, boys and girls, or if they just got boys, the girls are included in on it. So have you all decided to put your
reach out?
It's definitely not we haven't, but it's definitely something that we would love to do. At the end of the day, we want to tap in with everybody, like anybody and everybody. Anybody and everybody, long as it's not a dead body, we're gonna be good to go. So
I'm about to use that one.
That's a good one. We want to tap in, show love. We grew up in a church, St. Andrew's Episcopalian Church with Grandma and over in Evanston. So, you know, we still have church family from there, and I think that's one of the more beautiful parts about the church is you do get a church family, you know, and relationships that go on for decades from your grandma being friends with her grandma all the way on down. So it's so yeah, it's definitely something to look into as we're trying to expand and grow. I definitely love to look into the churches because we got some pretty strong churches in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
pretty solid churches in Cincinnati.
Yeah. And a couple of them, like I said, I know factually they have basketball teams. You know, the church have teams themselves. Because my thing is, you guys have a great story on how you guys started, why you guys started. So when your dad passed, how old were you guys?
I was 10 years. It was 11, 27, 97. I was 10, about to turn 11 in your phone, Mike. Yeah, 10 about to turn 11. And so, Mike, what you 6, 7?
I was 7 at the time.
So we were relatively young, you know, and that was a big blow. You go from a loving 2-parent household to, you know, now you're in the family with a single mother raising 3 kids. So things changed drastically.
Yeah,
you had to become men. You had to become men pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I felt like at 10, I used to sleep upstairs and we used to share rooms. But when my father passed, we started sleeping downstairs and on the couch in the front room with little toy bats under the couch because we thought we had to protect the house, you know. So it's just the psyche.
It came a long way.
Yeah, you know, and then just like on a deeper level, just learning how to heal. You know what I mean, like on a spiritual level, because a lot of times we didn't really understand how deep that those things really affected us because you just lived through it so much. You just think that's who you are and that's why you are, but really certain things happen that turn you into certain ways. And you know, we still turned out to be pretty good gentlemen, but we had certain issues not getting the help that we felt like we needed. Mental health is a real thing in our society that's like not really tapped into or scathed. And it's like, you know, we're people that are hurt and we learn how to live inside of the hurt. And it's a dangerous place to be. So when we start coming up with the Leave Your Mark Foundation, the idea was like, how can we help people that were like mom or like dad or like a grandparent that now end up in this position where they have to take care of these kids that have lost a parent and or parents to death or incarceration? Because that one singular moment changed the whole trajectory of how we were moving as a family and as individuals. You know, so that's why we want to help. You know, we found a problem that we dealt with, and now we want to go and help that for other families out there.
Good, because it had to be difficult. Because you were 10 and Mike was 6 or 7. I mean,
7.
How are things now? Because I know what role does your mama play? Because we all know your mama play
the ambassador. What you mean?
Mom, she held it down, man. I tell everybody, like, my mom, she was literally one of a kind. And I don't say that to no disrespect to anybody, but for her to hold herself together the way she did, it's like really just growing up and looking back at stuff, you remember certain things. Like, dang, we was broke at that time. We was doing this at that time, but I'd never seen her crack. She always was up fighting. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of the times, like, we have a strong will to keep going and push through stuff because of her. It's really like I owe everything to her. I feel like we all do, really. And like now, I became a father this year, or he just turned 1, so last year I became a father. And it's very interesting, just like a lot of the things and the lessons I try to teach him, I really got from my mom. And a lot of things, even as far as my father at an early age, are the things that I knew I wish I would have had if I would have had a man in the house. So a lot of times I misbehaved or did little things. I wanted somebody to step in and correct me. I wanted somebody to do this. But by the time I'm the youngest child, so Mark was at school, my mom at work all day, my sister gone, so it's like I was really at home by myself. So it's like I really get to like push on his knowledge and the many struggles I've been through with him at an early age, and I really hold him to a standard. A lot of people might think it's not heavy, but I just know he's smart enough to do it. He's smart enough to operate. And I might not be here tomorrow, so while I'm here, I'm gonna steal what I got to you. So, yeah.
Right.
Got it. So you didn't miss much. You know, your mama held it down, which is what we as Black women do. So, which is a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing because not growing up with what we call a father figure can be damaging, not just to women, but definitely to the males too. Because there's nothing like a daddy raising a son. You know, the mom can only do so much, but there's definitely it's even for women, it's still difficult because they still need and want that guidance from a father. So,
yeah,
go ahead. Kudos to your mom. You know, Courtney loved
for sure.
Yeah, you know, she was like, she loved you guys, mom. It's like she speak highly of her, and she was like, she is so funny. You know, I was like, yeah, we all got that kind of mama somewhere, somehow. You know, our head, you know, and
So,
we do what we need to do for our children.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, you know, with that being said, like, what male influence did you guys have? Like, were there uncles that ever stepped in, or, you know, I know a lot of the experiences of you, you know, you guys playing ball and things of that sort, and
For
you
me-
doing good music. What males would you say will help, you know, influence you guys to get to where you are now?
For me, I'll start off with you, bro. Like, for me, honestly, it was my brother, my grandfather. Those were really the only two men I had in my life that's been constant. Like, after my pops passed, a lot of people sort of vanished in the wind. So, like, the people I always had there for myself, like, even coaches and stuff, growing up, I was always quiet as a kid. The older I got, I was like, I lost my pops. When I was 7, I looked it up. That's around the time you start creating and developing your social skills. So I sort of tailed off right there. So, like, even with that, like, so I really didn't branch out too much. But at the same time, there's never really anybody, like, took me under their wing. So I always had my brother and my grandpa. I got older, I ended up meeting a mentor I got now named Mr. E. He owns a bartending company. I had to be about 26 when I met him. But up until that time, say my brother and my grandpa for real. So,
yeah, mine is unfortunately was very similar. I had my little brother and my grandfather, and I didn't even. My grandfather was old school, so he was just real quiet. So we'd be at that corner store all day. He wouldn't say, "He'd come pick you up, and say, hey, good morning." He was like, "You want some lunch?" All right, time to go home. Like, that was literally our relationship. And once I turned like 21, 22 years old, my grandpa, one day he just started talking. He never stopped. I'm like, dang, I didn't even know he had all these stories. He just waited for me to be grown to hear him, you know. So
he had to impart that wisdom.
Yeah. He had to get it up out of him. So yeah, we really had each other. And then for me, just being the older brother, I just always tried to be a positive a positive guy for my brother. But even then, it was sometimes just difficult because I don't know myself. You know what I mean? And I never really, a lot of my dad's friends, I mean, they all, as you get older, you understand that people have other things going on in their own lives. But I always felt when I was young, like somebody that really loved them the way they said could have stepped up and, you know, took us to do something. But same token, it worked out the way it was supposed to. You know what I mean? And, you know, but like my mom, she was really a great mom in general. She was like she just played her role really good. She's like a superhero mom. So she never complained. She was in and out of jobs, but she got it done, went back to school, became an educator, you know, worked at Taft and is giving it back. She's retired now too. Shouts out to the retirees.
Yes.
Shouts out putting that work in and getting that work out.
Yes.
Laying the foundation out here, you know, laying the foundation.
Shouts out to time. So yeah, we had each other, and at the end of the day, you know, that was enough, and that's another reason why we really wanted to become mentors, because we didn't have other people really in that space. And you know, I got a god brother named Ed Herring. He's also comes from similar backgrounds as us, and all we really ever had growing up was like each other. You know what I mean? And it's we taught ourselves how to become man, and then remembering, because my father was a great man, so just remembering the things he instilled in us, like when you shake a hand, look him in the eye, give a firm handshake. Real man never lies. So like those things are like, you know, consistently in our minds when we deal. So that's the beauty of words that people don't understand. Like those simple words mean so much to me now. Those are forms of my gospel that I pride my.
They carry weight. Yeah.
They carry a lot of weight, and people don't understand that. Your word, as they say, your word is your bond. It really is. And if it isn't, it should be. You know, I was on the phone the other night and I was telling somebody two things I don't like is a liar and a thief. Don't lie to me. Don't lie. Please don't lie. Do not lie.
Hurt me with the truth.
Baby. And the other thing is, don't take something from me if it don't belong to you. You know, don't steal from me if it don't belong. So them are two things that could just, you know, I cut you off in a minute. I cut you off in a heartbeat. And I don't have
those my two things too. Woman, if you just ask you for something and you got it to give, you would give it to him. Like you that sweet of a person. So ain't no reason to steal from me. Like, all you have to do is ask.
Hey, I'll back you up 100%. That's my favorite quote too. I said I can't stand a liar and a thief. I tell everybody that.
They almost the same person. They're almost the same person for real.
They pretty much
For
are.
sure.
They pretty much are. Now, your dad played ball. You know, where did he go to high school at?
He played at Hughes High School.
Hughes.
Then he went right across the street and played at UC.
Red.
He played
Big Red?
Big Red.
Yeah.
So he played in the 80s, into the 70s, early 80s, and he played under Ed Badger and Tony Yates. So
Okay.
that was a rough time of Cincinnati basketball, but he was the star of those teams. He played pretty solid, but he was a tall guy, about 6'8", good 230, solid, man. He used to be a DJ. They used to throw like some of the dopest parties too back in the day. So he had a company called Quality Enterprise, and then he had another company called Third Eye Vision, which was pretty dope too. So he was in that entrepreneurial spirit as well. So I remember coming home and he was always in the basement concocting some business work, and had all these books and readings, and it was just pretty cool too. Like the man that he was and the foresight that he had. Like he had actually left me and my brother a letter, and the letter is basically, if anything ever happened to him, give my sons this letter. I just thought it was such a dope thing to foresee this. He wrote the letter in 1990.
And my thing too is, when White, did you frame the letter? You still got the letter? You know where the letter is? Do you read it on a daily basis or every other whatever?
Right.
Do you still got the letter, Mike?
Yeah, we still have it. It's in a manila folder in the closet. We know where it is. We know where it's at. I also got a copy on my phone too. I scanned it on my phone. So
I know you're gonna get that letter and frame it. I know y'all gonna frame it and put it up in the business. So
a copy of it. We'll put a copy. You keep the original.
Definitely get a copy of it up in there.
For the bloodline though, it might have to go on to our sons, like some private letters, like for the family. So it's like the family creed. Yeah. So it definitely drops some jewels.
Frame it now and put it back in that manila folder. Frame it now. Make a copy.
Yeah, you got to, because it's powerful though. Like what he was, and it literally said, Mark and Michael, this is how you complete the empire. And we were already always talking all this royalty, king this, king that, and this is his verbiage in there, and it was like his life story and who he is and the things he had to deal with. And I just thought, like, the birds and the bees, there's all these conversations that we missed just because of the age we were when he passed away. But like the foresight to just do that just in case something ever happened was just genius. And then he wrote all the time, so it's like random notebooks with quotes and bars. And we always look at it like we are one of those cool superhero movies, and we piecing together stuff to become who we're supposed to become. So it's almost like he's on the road. He's on this path with us, and I believe our ancestors are. So he's definitely helping us guide the path, man. He just was such a good dude. Everywhere I go in this city, still to this day, people tell us how good of a man he was, how good of a person, or how he helped them do this and do this. But he was a guy that did things in a selfless manner. Like if he helped you, nobody else in the world would know about it but you and him. Like, he was that type of guy.
That's right.
What I mean? So we just try to follow his footsteps. He wore a size 15 shoe. I only wear 12. So it's kind of hard to fill them, but nonetheless,
hey, that's
together,
legacy though.
yeah, together, Mike wears a 14, so together we close.
Close enough. Yeah. Close enough. Yeah. So entrepreneurship has really been in your blood, pretty much. Before y'all were even born. You didn't realize it, but now that you didn't even realize it growing up as a kid, that the entrepreneurship piece has been kind of embedded.
It's blooming.
It's a bloodline thing that you guys were just destined to become. You didn't know it then, but the thing about it is, over a time period and over years, it's like boom, it's been there all the time, and which is great, because most kids, and let's think about it, most Black males do not have a foundation like that laid out for them before they get 18, before they get 10 or 15. That foundation is not there for them. They have to pretty much raise themselves or build it themselves.
Create that space. Yep.
George was already there, and you guys are building from it. My next question is, why didn't you ever think about naming your business after your dad's business, or does it belong to him or somebody else?
The Third Eye. The funny part about his business is, it took me a while to read the letter. Like I was just going through my thing, and I read it, I want to say probably like a year or two ago. And when I read the letter, it was like pretty much verbatim everything I'm doing right now, and I never knew it. So like the whole 4 snaps is his whole Third Eye Vision. and it's just funny
The
that
market,
everything just worked out like that. Yeah, so I guess we can throw the name in there somewhere, but I don't know how yet. But
I
it's
mean, we
not a bad
already leaving a mark, you know. So like
Yeah,
that's,
right.
but everything we do is literally like, you know what I mean. So like he was the energy, and we have a sister too. Our sister lives in Cleveland, and so she was 12. She was 12 when my pops passed. I was 10. So but all of us together have like it's almost like we're really good at certain things that are different, but we all need them together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. And then
Like a
us three
puzzle
together,
piece.
yeah, and us three together embody everything that he was. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes perfect. Of course, we siblings, so we be wanting to kill each other sometimes. But
Of
nonetheless,
course.
we digress.
I mean,
and we love
that's
each
only
other.
right.
Yeah, it's only
Of
right.
course.
It wouldn't be real if it wasn't like that. Yeah, so we just
So
figuring
y'all
it
are
out.
like a trinity. I mean, it's three of y'all. It's like a trinity. You know, it's like
Yeah,
it's coming together on
like
behalf
a braid.
you know,
Yeah.
which is a blessing, which is a good thing. So do you find it difficult working with each other?
I think we're at a better space now. And it's interesting with family because you got to think like I've known him literally his whole life. Like, so he's done things to get on my nerves at like the worst thing ever. Like I remember one
I
time he
got
ate
you.
the last piece of pizza and I was just so mad. I was mad for like 3 years. I
You
was
still
real
mad.
hungry. He already because you ate 6
Still mad.
pizzas, I only had 3. It wasn't fair. But nonetheless, like you know, you deal with those things, man. But it's like that bond is deeper than any issue that you really have. And at the end of the day, you also know that we both really want the same thing. Like I want to
Right.
protect you. You want to protect me. I want you to be
Right.
successful. You want me to be successful. So, end of the day, I just think the older that I've been blessed to become 36, which is crazy. This year I'm 36. My father passed at 36, so it's like a very special year for me.
Right,
You know, and
right.
it just I look at stuff as like when you love somebody and you truly love them, the only issue is communication.
Yep.
Someplace you didn't say something that I heard. It's bad communication, lack of communication, and no communication if we really love each other. You know,
Right.
and so now I just trying to been working on being more clear with what we want, how we want it, and how we like it, and that just makes things a lot easier for both of us.
Good. And it's been a pleasure. And I would have worn some of your gear today, but you know, I got to hold my gear for California.
Hey, we going up. It's up there.
No, I got to wear my gear. I got to wear my gear in Cali. You know, I got to let the people see we in Cali representing hoop nerds. You know, so
Nerds in the building.
we in the building, and I really do. I matter of fact, I got on the sweatpants to the black outfit, and I love the zipper.
Blackout.
I mean, I love it. I mean, when I say love
Come
it,
check some of y'all merch out.
the
That's
quality,
another thing too. It's
quality
you know,
is
like we do the zipper pockets every time because like that was the issue that I inquired, you know, playing basketball. Like you go on all these road trips with these sweats, you sleep on the airplane, you wake up,
Yeah.
you kind of rushing here, you get to the game, you like, where my
Yeah.
wallet at? So I was like, okay, we're gonna eliminate that. We're gonna get that out of there. So that's one of our staple pieces to make sure that we always had a zipper pockets on all of our clothing.
love them. Zipper pockets everywhere. I was like, ooh,
Yeah. You know, you can leave your purse in the car when you got a zipper pocket.
yeah.
Hey, listen, freedom, okay?
And I love it.
That's what we all chasing is forms of freedom. That's all we want.
And I like the fact that it don't fade. You know, you got that quality material that if you wash it, it won't fade out. I mean, so I can continue. I can go on and on and on about the quality of clothing that you guys have, and it fits fine. You know, it don't look big. You know, it fits. If I say I want a small, I don't have to worry about a small being too small or a small being not small, but being a medium. So it's like your sizes
The
fit.
thing about our clothes is that not only do you wear it, like people normally wear clothes, but you really wear the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like when you put it on, it's a whole different hoop.
The clothes
You know
don't
what
wear
I'm saying?
you wear the
Yeah,
clothes.
you wear the clothes. So everybody can't body the hoop nerds like that, you know. So it's in you, you know.
It's
So we
special.
just like again, thank you so much, man. We appreciate being a part and showing love,
Of
man.
course.
And you guys really are a part of that 1% of marketing Black representation in the radio world. So like keep going, keep continuing to build. I know for sure in the future we're gonna be crossing paths and building things together. So I'm prepared and I'm getting ready for it.
All right.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'll see you. Thanks for coming on.
But before we go though, you know, we gotta get a positive quote from you guys. So whatever's on your mind, whatever your quote is, whatever your thing is, leave us with a positive quote.
Positive quote. That's a good one. I'm
Yeah,
normally
whoever
really quick
wants
with
to go
these.
first, go for it.
Go ahead, Mike. You got a positive quote for everybody?
Look, he got to think too.
He
Give me my
will.
coffee.
They over here kicking me out right now. Look.
Give me my coffee.
Yeah, give me my coffee, right? Oh, they kicking me out.
A good positive.
Lydia's, it's a great coffee spot. Anybody want to come? Great spot. But you go first, bro.
Positive quote. One of my quotes my sister used to tell me. My sister was like my biggest critic when it came to basketball, but she used to tell me all the time, and it's the same in life. Like, you're never as good as you thought you were. You're never as bad as you think you are. So it's just like it's a certain balance in between the two. You know, don't get too high, don't get too low. But and then regardless, like the next day is gonna come. So just be better tomorrow. So you never. I have a bad game. I'm like, man, I'm the worst ever. She's like, all right, could have been worse. I have a great game. I'm like, man, I'm the man. She's like, yeah, but you missed 2 free throws. You know, so it's just like it's always
Yeah.
a balance between the space. So you're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you thought you were. So that's
A humbleness.
my
That's
quote.
what's up. That's dope.
Yeah,
Right, I
stay in
like
that humble
that.
space.
I like
Stay in
that.
humble space.
They need to be on the back of a Hoop Nerds.
Okay.
We
Or
about
on
to
the
quote 'em
front,
up.
or on the sleeve.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
we
I'm
about to
saying? Down
quote
the
'em up.
side. Well, you know, we here to give you
sure.
some ideas.
Yeah, look,
like
man,
that.
we always trying to build a team, man. We
Yeah,
trying to build a
you
team.
put it on a T-shirt. If don't put it on a sweatshirt, put it on one of them T-shirts. You know, with the little Hoop Nerds, little buddy right there on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It-
It can be his quote, you know.
That's what we do. Help give ideas on making it better than what it is.
Thank you. But listen, the cool part is this is our brand. So whatever you think is a good idea is a great idea. That's just how it is. This is our brand.
My quote is just my quote I've been going on for a little while now. It's just take your lessons for blessings. Sort of just whatever the hardships you have in your life, anything you're going through that are bad is really a positive. Because I feel like lessons are speed bumps. Anytime you start going down that road again, it starts feeling a little awkward because you've been through it and you understand the struggle. So it teaches you how to operate in life. So I never look at any bad day or any bad situation as bad. I look at it as a lesson. So it helps me move on forward in life.
Got it.
That's what's up. Yes, and I'm gonna go. I got especially with speaking to you guys. If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. If you're determined to learn, nobody can stop you.
That
Y'all
fits
keep
in the Hoop
pushing.
Nerds category. I like that.
Hey.
Hey,
like
my
that.
thing, keep the candles burning. Let your candle light somebody else's candle, but make sure that light keeps bright as it possibly can. But make sure your candle helps light somebody else's candle. Positive in, positive out. But at the end of the day, and I truly believe this with all my heart, mind, body, and soul, it's always better to give than it is to receive. So stop being greedy.
Ha.
We'll see y'all next week. Hey, thanks
for joining us.
Tuning
I
in
love
and
y'all.
coming
Be blessed.
on
Be
and-
blessed.
Appreciate you
Right
guys.
back.
And I'll be seeing y'all soon.
Please make it happen.
Me as
All
well.
right. All right.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Be safe.
Thank y'all.
Yep.